Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
It's The In Show, Australia's only show dedicated to innovation from Adelaide, Australia and across the globe.
Hi, it's David Grice and Troy Sincock. We're talking innovation and it's a Wednesday, so it's time to find out what's in from one of the incredible people we've spoken to on The In Show.
Yeah, and today is Frank Falco. Now, he's the co-founder of a blockchain factory, which is founded by a group of professionals with experience in cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. And he's got some things to say about the community feel that Adelaide provides in the business world.
I've been talking a lot with the space guys. We've got some great space technology happening in South Australia. And, you know, because we've got that defence background, I mean, years ago I worked for the Submarine Corporation writing some software for them. And I don't think that project got the credit it deserved in terms of the impact it's had on the state and the technology industry as a whole. And we're starting to see that sort of thing coming out in the space guys. There's some really great companies. Like I understand that you've talked to Flavia from Fleet and Alex from Myriota. Myriota are doing some amazing things in terms of how you tie satellites to IoT devices and this sort of thing. And it's world-class stuff. And what's really great is they're literally 3 blocks down the road. I can walk in there and sort of look in the window and go, "Hi, Alex," and go in and say hi to the guys, you know. Yeah. And that's what I mean about Adelaide, you know. It's sort of great that you can just walk around and sort of go, well, there's that company and this one. And, you know, Internode's office used to be, you know, it still is, on Grenfell Street. We got one of the great health software companies around. Alcidion are doing some amazing stuff, and virtually no one in Adelaide knows they exist. They've been around for more than 10 years and they've got some of the best software I've seen in a long time. Fantastic stuff. We've got some great things going on, but I think in terms of transitioning to new technologies in South Australia, things like space, software, some of the reality stuff, but even in some of the non-technical things, you know, we should be looking at some of the agriculture stuff. You know, there's some opportunities we should have seized, you know, that may or may not happen. You know, we've got some great opportunities here if we just embrace them and get on with them. So, yeah, it's exciting stuff.
That's Frank Falco, one of the founders of a blockchain factory, with what's in for him this week on the In Show podcast. And to find out more, you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, rate us 5 stars if you like what you're hearing, and we're on Facebook and Twitter as well.
Yeah, and tomorrow it's your turn, Troy.
Yes, I have to face the music. Well, I suppose it was inevitable after I ran you through your paces on Tuesday. How did you find that experience?
Well, I've got to say, I don't mind sort of sharing my story. I suppose I have the opportunity to do that from time to time, and you know, it's amazing what you remember as you speak that, you know, you haven't, you know, really remembered for a while.
I've got to say, having spent my life on this side of the microphone, I'm not looking forward to being the interview subject quite as much as you were.
Well, here's my list of questions.
Oh my God, that's a long list.
It's a very long list, so look out.
Tomorrow you hear my story on the In Show podcast.
The In Show, What's In? Subscribe to the In Show podcast on iTunes. A Dave and the Beanstalk production.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.